And stream is up. If you'd be so kind as to follow the okay, if you'd be so kind as to follow the link to that whenever I post it. Actually,
Yeah.
I've already posted. Yeah. Just
Yes,
follow
I
that
already
link
got it.
that I posted and tell me if I sound good, if I'm coming in clear and shit.
Yeah, you sound pretty good.
Sound pretty good?
Yeah,
Sound loud
sound pretty
enough?
good.
All right, cool.
I mean, personally, it could be like a smidge louder, but you're not like you're still coming in clear.
All right, that is good. Now I'm going to
I'm listening to
grab.
myself.
Now I'm going to grab some festival music.
Maybe you probably do sound loud enough because I have my volumes normally toned down. So
Yeah, that's probably the case.
yeah. All right, let me actually swap mics now because I thought I was gonna be in the kitchen for most of this, but I don't. I'm not. So
How's everyone doing?
There we
Hey,
go.
Valen.
Hello. Oh god.
I'm just hanging out until you guys start, and then I'll buzz off.
Why don't
Are
you
you not in this
play?
one-off?
Nope,
Why not?
because I'm on vacation.
Okay, well then go be on vacation.
To be fair, there's nothing really much to do on vacation.
So, hey, here's a thing to do on vacation.
Yes.
Heard the bot down on the phone. Here we go. There we go.
Uber Eats, stop trying to get me to get the one pass. I
Hey,
probably
Renswa.
should get it at this point.
We are waiting for one more player to join us, and then we can do introductions. And then we can start this shit up.
But yeah, I'm not in at home. I'm in different states, so I'm not in at my computer.
Yeah, he's a
All right,
bottom
then.
feeder. And
Well,
So yeah,
I need to respectfully ask you to pop out then.
fair enough. Have fun, guys.
You do the same, man.
hey, make sure you watch the VOD.
Shad, can you DM me the link for the Roll20?
It's in the. It's
It's in the
in the.
announcement.
Yeah, I know it's
It's in the.
buried.
It's in the general. I will pin. I
In
will
general?
grab it.
Yeah, it's like hella buried.
Hella buried. Don't worry about it being hella buried. I'll find it.
I will uncover.
It's in the announcements of the Shad's Discord.
There you go. No, you're talking about the link to the Roll20.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
My mistake. I will proceed to disappear.
Proceed to commit die.
Yes.
I have become
Paste
kill.
go. Boss fights and what ifs. Not authorized.
Ha.
Not authorized.
What does it mean by not authorized?
That's what I'm trying to figure
Maybe
out. Unless, let me see it.
The link might have.
Yeah, it might be an old link.
Oh,
Ran out,
great.
yeah.
All right, give me a second. Fine then. You see, this is why you join it immediately when I give you the invite to the link. Jeez. Good thing we don't have to worry about your character being created. Here, try this one.
Let's see, jump to present. Copy link. Paste and go. There it goes.
All right.
Launch.
We are waiting for exactly, and there's our final player coming in from the back line. Alright then. So, as soon as Nautilus confirms that he is indeed alive for this,
I'm alive.
good
Sorry,
to hear.
none of my things were working for a second there.
Alright, let me just turn your volume down a little bit. There you
My
go.
apologies.
Yeah, you're fine. It's not your fault. Okay then. So, give a little bit of a stretch. Good evening, ladies, lords, lasses, and all those in between. It is I, the Deathly Shad, your resident YouTuber and D&D streamer, and I am here today to bring you guys a Thanksgiving one-off, and hopefully to have a bit of fun and some chaos. So, I'm going to be doing an introduction to the players, and then we're going to get right into the action. So, our resident Kobold Necro Boy, Agathar, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us what you're going to be playing today.
Hello! I am not playing my residential good boy today, who breaks hearts and bodies. Are we telling what we're gonna be playing as today?
Oh, yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay. Hold on, I have to get a drink of water for this voice. It's gonna kill me.
Oh, no. That's how you know it's a good voice, is when it's about to murder the voice actor.
Hello, my name is Betty. I'm 56 years young. I've smoked a pack of cigarettes every minute of my life. I have been called a bard. And by God, I'm going to see my 17 little chicks again. They're 20, but I still call them my chicks.
Alright then, fair enough. Next in line we have Charlie Boy, as he's normally called. Nautilus, go ahead and tell us about your character.
Howdy. Oh, are we doing it in character voice? Because I
If you
can do
want to,
that.
by all means, go ahead.
Hi, Mikamo is Mikamo. Mikamo is not very smart, but can use a bow. Mikamo would not like to die, preferably. Mikamo just want to go back to being postman.
That's
I will
adorable.
protect this child with my life.
Mikamo does not want you to die. Please do not use life to protect Mikamo.
I only promise to try.
I'm gonna have good fun with this.
Alright
I
then.
can't wait to die in a very stupid way.
Of course. And our final player for the one-off today is Rensois. This is the character they normally play. Shy Knight, introduce your character and yourself if you want.
Yes, hello. I am Shy Knight, your resident non-binary finey. And today I'm going to be playing Arvin, the Owlin Paladin of Gahul.
My God.
Speaking of which, Chad.
Yeah?
Chad.
Yeah.
I need my character sheet.
Oh, yeah. You do need your character sheet. I should probably give that to you.
You should. It makes it significantly easier.
Oh yeah,
Does
we're
it?
all bird themed, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Everyone is either a Kenku, Owlin, or Aarakocra. That is the premise that I gave
love
them
it.
for this
Okay.
one-off.
I love being burb.
They are about
Burb
to hit
good.
that burb walk.
Burb.
All right, then. So, to describe to you guys what is happening. So, the three of you are together in a small adventuring group called Feather Force 1. Don't worry about it. And you guys have been tasked with coming to the village of Nathanielwick. Yes, the village of Nathanielwick. And you are here to talk to the mayor, Mr. Tumbnis, about a situation that he wants resolved before his big annual festival of biggering. And that is about where you guys arrive. Go ahead and place your tokens in this corner down over there.
I'll have it in just a second. Still making mine.
Same.
I think it's fine. I just have to find it now.
I have the
Very,
token. I'm just waiting for it to upload
We're
into
very
Roll20.
organized.
very professional.
Yeah,
This
we're
isn't
very-
last minute at all. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Don't bully me, Shad. I've been home all of
This
10
corner,
minutes.
right?
I will bully you as much
But
as
I
I
didn't-
want to.
I didn't have internet for 2 days. No bully.
There you go.
I
You know what?
physically
That's
couldn't.
fair.
Black.
That is very fair. To describe the village that you guys are walking into, it's a very small village that has, a few, it has your basic amenities of like your typical, fantasy village. It has a tavern, it has a mill, it has a couple farms, it has a stable for horses, and it has just, in general, like a couple other places that you can go to. The village itself is comprised of primarily humans, with a couple half elves and some halflings here and there, and they are all kind of like dressed up in this fine like autumn attire. You see oranges and reds and browns and just all over them in like these beautiful fall autumn themed colors. And another thing that you'll note about this village is that you see a lot of, streamers and like little party amenities just kind of like strung up all over the place. Various people saying happy biggering to you too. I've been biggering all week, says a very rotund human that's kind of like pulls at their waistband a little bit, just like ha 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 ha, and the villagers just kind of like laugh it off with each other. But that is what the three of you are walking into. So, by all means, if you guys would like to, you may describe your characters. Going down the line.
Makamo is emotionally hurt.
Emotionally hurt? Ooh.
Yes. Makamo is only 5'1". How dare they talk about biggering? Anyway, please go back to what you were doing.
Okay, fair enough. Why don't you describe what your character looks like?
Oh, me?
Yeah, you. Who else?
Ah, fair enough. Mikamo is... I'm not sure quite how to put it. Just of a very small frame and body. Rather young in appearance, similar in age, only being, I think late teens to early 20s. Still looking rather bright-eyed and fresh-faced, and I don't know, that's really all I've got. Just one attempting to be at least good boy.
All right, then. And by all means, go ahead and describe the other... Shad, describe your character if you would, please. I'd love to hear what a Burb Paladin is supposed to look like.
So, Arvin is sort of a tawny-colored owl. Roughly 5'7" if you don't count like the feather tufts over his head. Garbed in fairly minimal, like paladin's armor, kind of like a bluish tunic with some like plate mail over it. His wings kind of rustle behind him every so often, which only accentuates a noticeable crook in one of his left wings, from an old injury in childhood. A great sword strapped to his back. Mid 30s. So sort of not quite as a spring chicken as our other friend, as one might say, or spring owl. But definitely still has not a bit of that bright-eyedness still left to him, but more of a cautious optimism. as he looks over the festivity preparations.
All right, fair enough. And the last character, Agathar, describe yours. Or, shit, character name?
Betty.
Betty, describe your character.
Betty.
Betty.
Betty is about 5 foot even. Shy, you'll definitely understand this. Just look outside and point at a pigeon, and then that's Betty. She's like full on like a New York pigeon. Where she's a little on the rotund side. She's got some chonk to her, but she can still move with surprising agility. And her feathers are usually unkept to kind of show her age a little bit. But she's clad in light leather armor with a rapier on her side. And she's got a couple of instruments on her, but surprisingly, there's a war gong on her back that she primarily plays, and I think she probably could be considered the mom of the group, where she's making sure everyone is well taken care of, well fed, and all that. So. She's keeping a close eye on her little rascals.
All right, then. And with that in mind, you guys continue to make your way into the village. You were called here. Your group specifically was called here by a Mr. Tumbnis, the mayor of this village, and you guys would know that his humble abode is roughly about over here. If you guys would like to make your way over there.
Mikamo will follow.
All right, then. Making your way through the town, you kind of, as of course, you can see a couple people just kind of like, calling out to each other here and there. You see a city watch official just kind of like hold up a hand and kind of like go, halt here. What are the three of you here for?
One more time, remind me of the mayor's name, Mr.
Tumbnis.
Tumbnis.
Our presence was requested. Our presence was requested of Mr. Tumbnis. That is his abode up the hill, yes?
Yeah, it should be. She kind of like
It should
narrows
be.
her eyes.
Does it change with frequency that you forget?
No, it doesn't change. I'm just a little bit weary of you guys. We don't really get outside us here that often.
Well,
suppose it
unfortunately,
was-
we were requested upon.
And
I'd say that it is a dreadful shame that you don't get more visitors. This place is quite lovely. From the
Mikamo agrees.
roughly minute I've been here.
she just eyes the three of you, just not really looking between anyone. You're looking at you guys, but not really paying much attention to anyone in particular. As you hear from the background another voice call and say, "Now y'all leave them alone, officer. They're just here to see Mr. Tumbnis, remember? They're here to help us with that problem about the Biggering Festival." And the watch officer just kind of like looks between you guys and looks to her, and she gets a bit of recognition in her eyes. She goes, "Oh, yeah, all right. Carry on then."
We
And-
certainly will, thank you.
Yeah, whatever. Just stay out of trouble. And she leaves. This
You
woman
have it
here.
on my honor as a knight that we shall do as such.
I will find no trouble.
This woman here is just like, oh well, y'all have to ignore Watch Officer Jenny over there. She's a bit of a how shall we say? She's a little bit rambunctious.
Sourpuss.
Yeah, just a little bit. Festival has her all worried and stuff.
Indeed. The last thing a festival needs is some rambunctious scalawag, ruining the festivities for everyone, so such jitters are understandable.
Exactly. Well, since y'all two are here, well, y'all are gonna make this kind of like the best day ever. Thank y'all for helping, and well, you three just go up there and y'all see Mr. Tumbnis, and if y'all want a bit of food before you head out on your adventure, feel free to come on down to my tavern. I'm serving soup.
That sounds quite lovely. We never did get your name, darling.
Oh, my name's Sally.
Sally, it's quite a pleasure to meet you.
And what a pleasure it is to meet y'all too.
As Arvin will very formally bow. A pleasure, Miss Sally.
Oh my, we got such a formal little birdie over here. You're so cute.
Like the gentleman.
It really is. Well, I gotta go. Gotta get that soup made. And remember, stop on by. It's free food.
What kind of soup?
She looks at you guys. Vegetable soup. I gotta go now. She just leaves.
Mikamo liked
Why?
vegetable soup. She seemed nice.
I'm pretty sure it wasn't originally vegetable soup.
But she said it was vegetable soup.
Well, knowing how the humans like their meat in their soup, and considering what birds, it might have been bird adjacent.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, so she was just doing us a favor.
That's
Indeed.
nice.
Perhaps she will make a separate bat.
Well, I'm sure she will.
Why do you think she rushed off?
That's the soup she needs to make.
Exactly.
Shall we continue to Mr. Tumbnis's?
Well, of course.
Is Officer Jenny still eyeing us?
She is still eyeing you guys from over there. She's still in the background, just arms crossed, just looking at you shake. And she notices you looking at her, and she looks at you, and you look at her, and she looks at you, and she just shakes her head
I took another long drag of my cigarette, just kind of blow it out, and then just give her a wink.
She gives you the look that Dewey Cox's dad gives him throughout most of the movie, where she's just like, wrong kid, dad. That's the kind of look she's giving you right now.
Very nice.
This look of
Arvin just gives her a wave and follows the others.
All right, so you go ahead and make your way up here. It's a pleasant little village. There's not a lot of people here. And despite there being a festival, there's not a lot of travelers here either, or merchants. It seems to be a very self-contained place. You get a lot of people that are just looking at you, just kind of outsiders. Ooh.
Is it mostly because of the location of the village, where it's kind of more remote, away from more traveled paths, or?
Well, this village is closer towards a mountain base, and it seems to be farther away from most civilizations. It seems to be you guys had a lot of trouble finding this village to get here in the first place, but once you did, it's oh yeah, that's where it is.
Okay.
But once you guys approach
I do wonder what troubles befall this village that our help would be needed.
Well,
Perhaps some sort of danger from further up the mountain that could ruin the festivities?
perhaps. though it doesn't help their reputation to keep giving outsiders the stink eye.
Yes, well, in smaller communities, those unknown could always pose danger.
They
Yeah.
said we would help them make the festival good, yes? So maybe they need our wings to lift banners.
Maybe.
Maybe we are to help prepare it.
Arvin kind of
Tap.
like
Pat shoulder.
yeah, kind of like unfurls the like, or as much as he can unfurls the like his busted left wing. You two may be a bit more suited for those such things, but if it is protection they need, well then, they have my sword.
Betty's just, oh, you sweet child.
Alright then.
Mm-hmm.
So, you give a little rap-a-tap-tap and you knock on the door, and back up a square. Thank you. And out of this fairly humble, rustic-looking cottage comes this guy. This total Chad right here.
I
some
was
might
just
say.
thinking about that too, you motherfucker.
Let me just give a little bit of a zoom in. Right there. And
The jawline on this man. Oh my god.
he could cut glass with it. But
God damn.
as he steps out of the main building and looks down and looks at the three of you, he's a fairly sizable individual. You know, he has a lot of muscles to him. He has this how shall we say? He has this this look of daring do to him. That is just natural with his appearance, and he looks fairly laid back, and he opens his door, looks at you guys, and goes, "Hey, now if it isn't the Featherfolk Brigade." Sorry, bit of outside village humor, now I mean. So, my name's Mayor Tumbnis. Pleasure to meet y'all. Wow. And
Pleasure is mine.
And I'm pleased as punch that y'all decided to come up out here and visit me in my village. So I hope y'all have been welcomed at least a little bit by the locals.
Indeed.
Have an owner,
Miss Sally.
You beat me to it.
Oh, Miss Sally, well she's
Yep.
just sweet as can be. She's a little peach pie, if I could say so myself. And her peach pie is really amazing, if I can also say so myself. If not for my
Would you have to try?
If not for my
We must-
commitment to physical, and he flexes, and you can see his muscles bulge out, just like expertise, then I'd be looking a bit more rotund and bigger in myself.
He thinks about saying something because there are children in her eyes around. She will refrain from saying something.
I was about to say, Mikamo is just happily nodding along while he's saying all of this, like, very good, yes, muscles very good to have.
Yep. So, I'm assuming y'all are here about the little problem that I have that's really ruining, putting a little bit of a stank of toe into our festivities here. Well, me myself, I haven't had lunch yet. So, if y'all could just follow me down to the tavern, I'll see Sally get y'all some soup for free of charge, on my tab. And we can discuss a bit more of the finer details over some nice, delicious... He looks at you guys, pauses, and then goes, vegetable soup.
I believe Miss Sally was preparing some as we speak.
Oh, good. And that saves me a bit of trouble. Now, come on along and follow down, y'all. We ain't got all day.
let's follow the lavishly handsome and strong man.
All right.
It's just kind of walking.
You know, is there a Mrs. Mayor in your life, sir?
Well, seeing as how there ain't no Miss Mayor around for me, I would say yes. But sadly, Mr. Sir, I don't swing that way.
I understand my vocal appearances is deceiving, but I am a full woman.
You see him pause for a minute. Let me roll a thing for him. What's your passive insight? What is 10 plus your insight score?
Sorry, I just sprinted in my door to get my food. Passive insight?
Mhm.
I think it's 12. Let me
12?
check.
Okay. He just gives you a smile and says, well, the voice don't have to match the bod, but I should have known. I should have figured as much from just how vivacious your feathers are. Gives you like a double finger guns, like, hey.
Betty fans herself. Oh my.
Fair enough. And as you guys
Keep
approach the
talking
tavern,
like that, you're gonna give me my fourth set of hatchlings.
oh my indeed. I'm just gonna, I'm
My
a
kind likes to make things much later in their life.
Oh, jeez. Well, hey, would you look at that? It's Sally. As Sally comes out the door, he very quickly just hooks an arm around her, and says, "Hey, now there, Sally. Did you fix up the town? Did you fix up the town special for these here fine feather folk over here?" He says, giving like kind of a pleading, please, dear God, say you did face. And she's like, yeah, I did, Mayor Tumbnis. I just finished it. just put the final seasoning on it. And he's like, oh, well, that's real good. It's real good. Let's go on inside, y'all. And he walks in with her. The three of you can follow in as well.
I make an insight on their relationship.
Oh, by all means, go ahead.
Arvin holds the door open for them.
Ah, thank you.
Natural
then-
one.
Oh,
Oh no.
Sounds alright.
they're clearly not dating.
My good, that little whore.
Good, at last. Now there's no one between us.
I will show that bastard Dave.
That son of a bitch.
He ran off with an Aerococra, by God.
Oh, I'ma get him.
He took
give
the
me-
pension with him.
That son of a bitch. Give me just a second as I...
Can't believe the judge gave that bastard full custody.
As if I'm not a good mother.
I can't believe he took the fucking kids.
He ain't even like them.
They don't even like him.
Alright then. So, jokes aside, the three of you step into this tavern. And this tavern is fairly small, fairly rustic, and there's really not much to say about it. It just kind of exists. And well, as the mayor sits down at a chair, and Sally kind of like sits you guys down at a chair as well, she quickly goes in the back of the kitchen as the mayor says, all right, so Sally will bring out the vegetable soup here soon. It's the town special, real delicious, just Mino magnifique, as some of the fancier folk might say. Yeah. And might I be asking y'all, so what does the three of y'all do?
God damn it! I told myself I wouldn't play a bard like this, but like in my head, my first response was, "Hopefully you."
I was about to say, it's like, if I play my cards right. Well, I work as an emissary of sorts for the Knights of Gahul.
Never have heard of them there Knights of Gahul.
It's a smaller organization, but we do good work.
Well, that's good to hear.
Oh,
Sounds to me like
so
sounds to me like a children's storybook. Looks at the hard camera.
I don't know this reference.
Insert Sif theme. Oh no 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 no. Anyway, so we gotta.
Don't watch the fucking movie. It's a travesty.
We got ourselves a knight here, and what else we got over here? Points to your character, Charlie. If you also remember to set your as-is to your characters, please.
Already have.
Awesome. Then yes, please.
Oh. Mikamo is postal courier. Mikamo run and fly messages from village to village, or city to city, or wherever. Lots of travel, very fun.
I see what you're doing there. And you can fly? Man, must be real nice to have wings like that, am I right?
Very nice, very fun.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Make work much easier.
Yeah, I bet it do. And and Betty, yeah, what was your profession?
Well, I was a mother, and then the kids all grown up, so I had nothing to do. So, you don't mind if I smoke in here?
He pulls out another cigarette.
Nah, you hear from the background. Actually, no, we don't mind at all. Go ahead, smoke it up. Hot stuff, he says, giving you a wink.
She feathers poof slightly, and then she lights up a cigarette.
But I make sure that these little rascals are safe, but I'm somewhat of a musician.
So we got ourselves a musician, a knight, and a messenger. Sounds like the bad start of a joke, if you ask me. Hey, Sally, how them soup coming?
Well, we did walk into a bar, so.
It's right here, Mayor Tumbnis. And she goes and she sets down a bowl in front of all three of you, and she puts down another bowl in front of him. And she says to him, I made sure to get your favorite soup. And he's like, oh, well, ain't you a peach?
Where?
And so, he begins to eat his soup. Do you guys eat your soup as well?
I don't see why not.
She doesn't see why not.
All right,
I've
then.
been promised vegetable soup.
All right, then. It is a very, very delicious vegetable soup. And you can taste like kind of like the vedly veggies kind of like blending in with one another, like the silky creaminess of the soup itself. And each of the veggies are just like they squoosh in your mouth, like they explode. Like good well cooked vegetables do. There's hardly any crunch to it at all. You got potatoes, you got carrots, you got some onion in there, you got some corn. It's just a very thick and hearty meal. So, the four
My
of you eat in
compliments
silence.
to the chef. Sage and coriander?
You want some more, or you asking if I use some?
Oh, yeah. For the seasonings.
Oh yes, I certainly did. I also add a bit of rosemary and a little bit of my own little special sauce. She says with a bit of a beaming pride to her. Kind of like kind of like pushing at her cheeks, like, oh yes, it is. I know it's really good, but you didn't have to say it. But please tell me more. That kind of expression. And and the mayor very quickly just like polishes off his soup with hardly any effort. And he very politely just sits and waits for you guys to finish your soup as well. And
Yeah,
just
Betty will definitely finish the soup.
all right then. One soup done.
Mikamo will eat the lot.
All right, two soup done. And Gahul?
Yes.
All right then. Three soup done. And the second that each of you finishes your soup and puts your bowl down, whenever the last of you finishes your soup and puts the bowl down, he just smiles and just claps his hands, just like, all right, now let's get down to brass tacks. So, we got a problem, okay? And the problem is that, well, our village kind of entered into a bit of an agreement with some people here now long ago. About, geez, I want to say the first time we ever had this here festival is about the time that we made that big exchange, right? However, this exchange kind of necessitates a little bit extra on occasion. And this year is one of those years that requires a little bit of extra. So, I asked the three of you here to just help us out with this problem. And I need all three of you to make me Constitution saving throws real quick.
Yep.
Sure.
Here we go.
Yeah, that's about right.
Let's go.
And Mikamo, you're the first person to yawn and just feel very, very tired. Just
Fair
all
enough.
of a sudden, this wave of tiredness just washes through you as he's explaining, and you kind of like sway a little bit. And
Mikamo can help deliver package.
yeah,
Sorry.
it's okay, Mikamo. You won't, Mikamo. You won't have to worry about sending no more messages to nobody. Okay. Now, I really have to thank y'all for coming here. I was really worried that we weren't going to get enough people this year. And, I mean, Festival of Biggerin, and around that time, Arvin, you yawn as well, unconsciously.
Oh, well, I'm quite sure that whatever extra supplies you need, we are more than equipped to help gather.
Well, I've already gathered it. And, I thank y'all for for what's about to happen. And around that point in time, Betty, you start nodding very slightly as the three of you just slowly begin to get so hazy, your speech slurs, and one by one, just thump, 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 each of you falls asleep. And the last words you can hear is this mayor, Mr. Tumbnis, saying, I thank y'all for your grand and noble sacrifice. Vice. And that's when darkness takes you. You guys are completely asleep. And I'm going to go take care of a cat for about 5 minutes. When I come back, one of you guys pick some nice dark music, and
It's the game, everyone. Thanks
You
for
know.
coming.
GG, that
Well-
was a short one.
I will be back in just a minute.
I like to imagine like as Arvin's like head like thumps on the table, it like smacks the spoon in the bowl and sends it like up in the air spinning before it comes down and smacks him in the head.
And that was the last spoon trick shot he ever did. So sad. Oh, I wanted to insight so badly, but I'm playing an idiot.
I really did my insight, and it was for something different. And so, I mean, like, Betty was already hook, line, and sinker.
Yeah, one of my character traits is that I just trust everything everyone says all the time.
You sweet boy.
Yeah, Arvin is very gullible.
I need to get. Betty's normally not gullible, but there's a hot man in front of her, so you know. You know what's funny, though, thinking about it now, I didn't think about when I did it. I ordered chicken wings.
Pardon?
I ordered chicken wings for dinner.
Oh no.
I didn't even think about it.
Amazing.
You know what?
I mean,
To be fair, I
I-
had chicken burgers for tea, so I'm in the same boat.
I got a chicken roll, so
Nice, let's go.
Hey, look, we're all our characters' worst villains.
Yeah,
It's perfect.
it is perfect.
How do you cue things in the music list? I don't use jockey very often.
I don't really use it either. I think it's
Can I just
Snap.
we'll just try.
Uh,
can
and
I
it's-
just M play and just set it to cue automatically?
Yeah,
Or?
Yeah, it should just be in play.
All right, I'm back.
Hello, welcome back.
Have you guys
Yeah,
found a
in
new music
play,
selection?
Another thing.
I found one.
I put one in queue, I think, but
All right then.
I don't know how to work the bot.
No more songs on the tracks.
Damn.
Here, let me just copy that. All right.
Just
So
checked.
the three of you awaken in darkness. The first thing that you notice is a smell. And it does not smell very good, like at all. And one could describe this stench as like the stench of multiple people living in a place for too long without there being anyone to clean it out. There's like this musty smell hanging in the air of hay, like old hay that has like manure and piss just all in it, and it's just really nasty smelling. Okay. And with all that mustiness, you guys kind of like, move your wings and your feathers, and Mikamo, you feel a sharp pain across your back, or across
Ow.
the tips of your wings. And you look down, and as you kind of like groggily come to, you look down, you see that you have been mutilated. Your wings are no longer operable.
Mikamo is horrified. It is a case of feeling the pain. They try and stretch them out more, just like as though thinking there's just a crinkle in the feathers. If they stretch it, it'll fix it. And then seeing the current state of it, they very quickly, no pun intended, fly into a panic.
Yeah.
Wings! No! Ha!
Betty, do you fly as well?
No, I'm a Kenku.
Okay. Betty, you find that if you had any wings, they are also mutilated as well. Because
Hell, you goddamn whore, stay away from my man.
and Gahul, despite having a lame wing, your wings are also mutilated and clipped as well. If you could fly, you can no longer fly. It seems as if
Well,
whomever
that
did
is
this
sad.
to you guys, they did it specifically because you were bird people and presumed that you could just fly. It is an act of sheer cruelty.
That is
Continue. Go ahead.
a bit troubling.
Oh, God.
Sorry, just switching up my racial feet right now. There we go.
So you don't have any HP damage. Do keep that in mind. No HP damage. But you do feel a lot of pain in where your wings once were. The room you're in is just a dark and dank cavern of a room that has no light coming in. You appear to be underground, and there's a lot of bloodstains spattered into this area, with more than a few, with like a trough of food here that is literally just birdseed, and it's just moldy birdseed with a bunch of kind of like mulch inside of it as well. You see a table and a chair that are way too big for any of you in particular. And you see that there are two other individuals in here with you. You have been stripped of all of your items, your swords, your weapons, and your armor. You have...
Do I still have a cigarette?
What?
Do I still have a cigarette?
No.
Those goddamn bastards.
You no longer have a cigarette. And of the two people in here, you see a maniacal-looking rat person in the corner of the room who's just kind of like chittering and squeaking to themselves in the corner, just like and seem to be panicking as well. They look to be missing the thumbs of their fingers. And as the three of you come to, you hear a female voice from this gray cat tabaxi. As she kind of like moves in with these strips of cloth around the tips of her fingers and her toes. Hey, you're finally awake. Sorry.
Caught in some kind of ambush.
No, let me,
I don't seem to remember anything beyond Sue.
Oh, yeah,
It's
it's
very
about...
good Sue.
Yeah, it's about what you can remember. Here for the Biggering Festival, right?
Indeed, we were asked here by
Yeah.
the mayor for assistance.
That's about right. Look, I don't know who the... I don't know who the fuck the guy is. Tumbnis, I think his name was, or whatever the fuck he told you. We're in a bad state here. There's giants.
Lions?
Yeah, giants. And they're
you
planning
okay?
to kill and eat us. But
Oh, God damn it.
yeah, not before mutilating us first. They ripped my fucking claws out.
God damn it.
And they cut off his thumbs so he couldn't manipulate things. She says, doing quotation marks, but then wincing as her hands kind of like extend a bit too far. Clearly in a lot of pain.
I go over to Mikomo and I hug the boy because I do see that his wings have been pretty much destroyed at this point. He's
Oh, my sweet
I was-
boy.
I was going to say, Mikomo is currently in the fetal position, sort of head tucked into their knees, trying to hide themselves in what's left of their wings. Very much upset and not wanting to realize what's happened.
Those goddamn monsters.
Yeah, well, they're not the real monsters
So
here.
this-
The real monsters is that fucking town that fed us these bastards.
Blink, blink, blink. Come again.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I didn't find out until after I was already here, but I overheard some of the giant talking about needing more sacrifices from that village. He was talking to that Chadwick-looking motherfucker.
Can't believe someone so handsome could be so cruel.
You know me, Bill, sister.
Just like Dave.
Betty continues to console Mikomo.
It will be all right. We will. I have fought myself out of. Okay, maybe not worse scrapes, but scrapes nonetheless. And this
Yeah.
one shall be.
The only, yeah, here's the thing, though. I've been here since the morning, and I've been working on a bit of a plan, okay? So, simply put, and she'll point over in this direction. Those are iron doors. Very big iron doors. And the thing about it is, I tried to, can't slip through them. But there is a keyhole on the other side. And I think with the right tools, I can maybe pick the locks. Now, I don't have my claws like I used to, so my fine feeling isn't all there. But I mean, it's the best shot we got. I didn't really get the rat guy over there's name, but I saw him. I think he can do a bit of magic, but I'm not sure. You'll have to talk to him or get him to stop screaming so much. To actually be of any use to us. But as for me, I can at least pick a lock. I hope I can. And those bastards, they may have ripped my claws out, but they didn't take my teeth. She says, kind of like smiling before kind of like reaching in and wincing a bit as she pulls out about 4 teeth. And she
Oh, goodness.
cracks them open from the 4 of her back teeth, and she cracks them open to reveal a set of thieves' tools that are very finely made and that you could kind of unfold and attach to one another to make an actual set of thieves' tools.
Oh, you're very good, sister.
I
I'm
like
a
kind
bit
of-
of a sneaky lady myself.
yeah.
Arvin kind of narrows his eyes a bit. I shall refrain from asking why that would be necessary in your line of work. I shall
I'm a
speak with
solo.
our friend over there. And
I'm a solo adventurer, kid. And solo adventurers kind of need to have their own outs to situations like these.
fair enough.
Maybe if we ever get out of this alive, you don't need to be alone anymore.
Mm.
Well, step one is getting out. And for that, we need all the help we can get.
What do you need of,
And she kind of motions her head towards the rat.
Do you approach him?
Arvin makes his way over.
Yeah, I'm also asking the lady, like, what do you need from him?
Just a fight, I think. Like, shit. If he can do magic, then he can probably do a bit more. Now she's then going to approach this gate over here and begin to attempt to pick the lock.
I will, before she walks away,
I never did get your name.
My name? They call me Gray.
Gray. It looks good on you, kid.
wink. I'm going to give her a bardic inspiration.
All right, then.
And because I am a creation bard, she can re-roll the bardic inspiration die if she uses it.
Oh, okay. All right.
So there's like a little faint, like, I don't want to say mist, but like a little faint fog is kind of like surrounding her just slightly. Not enough
Alright.
to like be really noticeable or like obscure vision, but it's just kind of hanging around her hands as she starts working.
All right. She'll kind of like,
Hands are up.
she'll give you a cheeky grin back and go, "Yeah, all right, Grandma." She gives you a cheeky grin as she kind of like skates backwards. Go ahead and roll your bardic inspiration die.
Okay, it is 88. I'll risk the reroll.
Yeah, I think you should re-roll.
There we go, 5.
5. All right. I will give you the result of that in just a minute. You, my good sir, name, Arvin. You are beside this little rat person. I need you to roll me a intimidation check.
Intimidation.
Yes, intimidation. And if you're proficient in intimidation, you are not proficient in this particular roll.
Yeah, fun. Well, I'm not in intimidation, just persuasion. 23.
Wow.
As you approach this individual, they curl in on themselves and eventually just go, "Ah, ah, ah!" and they run away over to this corner.
Wait, I wish to have a word with you.
They are quivering in fear in the corner.
And he'll kind of like slowly, like, kind of like with like a wild animal, like, or like a scared animal, like kind of like make yourself small and like slow, cautious steps, hands up. It's okay. It's okay. We're in the same situation. We both want the same thing. To get out.
Roll an animal handling. And I will give you advantage because you're small.
30, 20?
Okay.
Dirty 20.
You see, as you kind of like approach him, and you kind of like make yourself small, and you kind of like, crawl a little bit towards him, and just kind of like speak softly and kindly. He slowly stops, breathing as rapidly and seems to call a little bit as you approach him. just kind of he still looks frightened, still looks scared, but he lets you approach him. And as you do approach him, roll me a perception check.
And he'll let him he'll kind of keep to the wall and keep distance so he doesn't feel cornered in this corner. If you need to run, you have areas you could run to.
Yeah, makes sense.
I'm not trying to trap you in. You said roll what?
Go ahead and roll me
Perception?
a perception.
15.
You notice that as he calms, you didn't notice it before, but now that you're closer to him, you smell the scent of ozone in the air, and you can hear the faint crackling of electricity as you see these very small little minute lightning bolts kind of arcing around his fur that were kind of increasing in intensity slowly start to calm as he calms.
Yeah, Arvin will get to about here and kind of get down on a knee. I mean, my name is Arvin. What is your name?
Roll persuasion.
Watch, this is the one I'm good at, and I'll roll terrible. Yep, there we go, 12.
Be worse, could be that natural one.
Let me make a roll for him. The eyes shift around erratically before kind of settling back on you, and you hear this creature whisper a name.
Gustav. Gustav, name Gustav. After Grandmaster.
And he'll give a kind of half bow considering he's on his knee. It is wonderful to make your acquaintance, Gustav. Though I imagine we'd both prefer to meet under better circumstances. Are you all right? Do you need healing of any sort?
They hold up their hands, and they show you the lack of thumbs, and they say, "Can heal hands."
I would if I could, my dear. That is a bit beyond my skills, unfortunately.
Oh.
Though, when we get out, I'm sure my nightly organization could find someone, perhaps, to mend the damage that these monsters have done. Hopefully to all of us.
Speaking of all of us, how's Mikomo doing?
Mikomo has, given the amount of time that's passed, has calmed at least somewhat by this point in time. Still just flexing their wings in front of them, looking rather upset. Has went from this erratic sort of completely panicked state into a more slowly accepting of the situation, and is currently trying to regather themselves.
All right then. As a very minor aside, your movement speed for this one shot is still 30 feet.
Oh, awesome.
So you don't have the little 25-foot movement speed. Because I did strip you of your wings. But yes.
Nah, it's all good.
What is Betty saying to Mikomo at this point in time? What are the two of you talking to each other about?
I think Betty is letting Mikomo go at his own pace, but I think she's just kind of there to just kind of be there for him. And she's just kind of she'll say, I don't think she'll say anything. I think she'll just be there for him, but I think she'll exactly. Um, but I think she overhears the conversation that Arvin is having and just kind of is goes into thoughts, but then is still focused on like, look how they hurt my boy.
So if you would be, I was gonna say, if you'd be listening to Mikamo, it'd very much be things of him repeating things on the lines of, think like, Mikamo needs his wings. Nobody wants Mikamo if he can't fly. Mikamo needs to have. If Mikamo doesn't have, and it's very much that repeating thing of like panic, what is going to come of the future.
Yeah. Betty will continue to kind of hold him softly, and she'll say,
Those wings were really nice, but they do not make me come. You're still my little boy, with or without them, and by God, we'll make them pay. I'm with you every step of the way, my sweet little boy.
And around that point in time, you guys hear the click and the of a lock popping as Gray kind of like slides down and looks back to you guys and gives a big grin like, ha, I did it. And around that point in time, you guys hear a loud boom echo through the hallways as a door slams open. Somebody once told me the world was gonna throw me. I
Damn it,
ain't to
Shad.
stop me doing that. As Gray immediately just like runs back over here and tucks in the corner, and you guys see with a few thundering footsteps, boom, ba boom, ba boom, a large giant appear in the hallway as he kind of like peeks into the cages and looks at each of you and goes, "Hey, where the kitty at?" And you see Gray immediately go, just settle into a bit of a panic as she kind of like scoots in a bit more. I want to pet the kitty, and if that kitty don't come here, I'ma come in after it, he says with this big, malicious grin to his face. And Gray looks between each of you, and you see a look of resignation enter her face as she steps out and just holds her arms out like, "Hey, it's the kitty! Oh, it's the kitty!" And like, boom, door opens. Boom, ba-boom. Picks her up. Picks her up.
fuck.
And then just boom, ba-boom, ba-boom.
Oh, fuck.
And then just slams the door shut. We're gonna have fun, kitty! Boom. And you guys catch a final glance from her on the way out. And she whispers something with a gesture of her hand. And Betty, you hear her say, "Remember me," as this guy carries her off into the darkness.
That motherfucker.
However, the door is still unlocked.
Betty will gently pat Nikamo.
Mikamo, time to weep is past. We need to go.
And I look over at Arvin.
Is everything set? Is our new friend there okay?
Arvin will kind of glance to like over to Gustav and look back. About as okay as one can be in this sort of situation, I suppose. No, he'll turn back to Gustav. Now, let us find our way out of here. Yes.
Gustav looks a lot more attentive and awake, and you notice that they're kind of just like muttering themselves. We're great. We're great. We're great. We're great. We're great. Go. We're great. Go. We need great. Where's great? Where's great? As they kind of like wander over here and seem to be looking for Gray.
Gustav, was it? We'll get the guy back. The big bastard took him away.
Okay. And he kind of like skitters forward and just like reaches up, has to hop up to hit the doorknob, and drops down off of it. As I reveal a bit more of the map, and then move the chat so they can actually see what's going on.
Before we leave the cell, can I check something?
What would you like to check?
When Gray was taken from
something too.
When Gray was taken from the room, did they leave behind their thieves' tools?
No, they didn't have time to leave them behind.
Ah, fair enough then. In that case, Mikamo will sadly trunge and follow out.
Like starts going, thinks for a moment, and turns back and looks at the feed trough.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if she was smart enough to hide anything. Arvin's gonna try digging through the feed trough a little bit, see if Gray like hid anything in there.
All right, then roll me an investigation check.
Yeah, while he's looking, I do want to see if I can find.
Unfortunately, Arvin's an idiot.
Good thought, though.
You're not able to find anything, but you do see written in the mud, straight across is written into like the hay and the mud. So straight across, you know what that means. There's like an arrow. I will say there's an arrow pointing in this direction.
Across. Clever girl.
So, where are you guys wanting to go? You
where
step
are-
into the hallway. I will note, as you guys do step into the hallway, it is very dimly lit, and you can see a patch of red leading off in this direction.
Where did the big guy go? Did he
This
turn?
direction.
All right. I wanna tip tap.
All right then. You see a large iron gate in front of you that doesn't appear like it's going to budge, and across from this iron gate is another iron gate.
Oh no.
Damn it. God damn it.
I will say, both of these gates seem to have weight mechanisms on them that kind of like lead to like pulley lever systems on either side. And Arvin, you actually note that there are a couple levers here, as well as a large amount of blood just heading off in this direction.
Arvin will kind of turn back to the group. Well, our mutual friend Gray left us a quick message in the mud saying straight across, but well, I would be neglecting my nightly duties if we simply left her to that giant.
I want to get her back too, but we can't open these doors. Maybe we can. I don't have the strength.
There. I do believe, and he'll gesture like a claw over his shoulder. That these may be the ticket to those gates.
I
So
will
the
give it a
question
quick-
is, and he'll kind of move over and like glance between the three, is what controls what? And he'll move to this lever and flip it up.
All right, then you flip up that lever. You hear the moving of metal as a door opens in this direction. Yes.
So
So
this door opens.
Yes. That door opens.
I want to
All
kind
right,
of
then.
peek.
You peek and you see a blood-stained room on the inside. You'll need to go a little bit further to get more information.
okay, that opened this door, but
Not what we're looking for.
There doesn't seem to be
John-
anything coming out of it immediately.
I
Do
will sneak my way to the corner here and take a peek.
All right, then. Roll me a stealth check.
Uh, 15.
All right, 15.
She's big, but she's surprisingly sneaky.
Yeah. You peek into this room, and you see a mass of kind of like. So I'm not going to mince words. There's a bunch of cut up bodies in this corner over here. Like they have been sliced up into various bits and pieces, and all along this wall right here are a bunch of large chests that appear to be openable, but they're also oversized as well. So you'll have to take a bit more effort to open them up.
it's a goddamn slaughterhouse. There's some chests on the end. They might be holding our stuff in there.
Also, I'm gonna reveal, I said. This hallway over here, which is another iron gate. And I will note that you also see this gate over here is open.
Okay.
Okay, like the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yes, you would presume that is where the rest of your equipment. This is where your equipment would be, but you're not exactly sure.
Well, it's
And
worth a check.
I'm gonna need the three of you to roll me a perception check.
Yeah.
Can do.
18.
You hear
A
a very loud cry of
Four.
pain from up here.
God damn it.
Mika.
I run up to this lever and I yank it up.
That one? Alright, you yank that lever up. This door opens and this door opens.
Alright.
As Gustav wastes no time in scampering out here into the hallway.
Gustav, hold up.
I'm gonna need to roll me a persuasion check from where you are.
Yeah. Persuasion.
All right,
19.
they skid to a halt and they stop and look back at you like, what's the holdup?
We're going in there against a giant with no equipment. Irvin, see.
At least one of you.
Try to check.
At
those
least one of
chests
you
real
stay
quick.
out there just in case this gate closes.
You got it.
And Arvin's gonna make his way in. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Hopefully one of these chests helps us catch a giant by more than just his toe.
All right then.
And he's just gonna start by trying to pop open the first one.
All right, roll me a d100.
Okay. 33.
You crack it open. You find some leather armor, a pair of daggers, a set of thieves' tools, and a small little satchel, or a small little bag. The bag weighs roughly 15 pounds.
Right, well, it's certainly something. Looks like we may have hit pay dirt. He'll move over and crack the second chest open.
Roll me a d100.
I'm gonna move over to Mikomo, and I will stay near this
4.
just in case. I'm gonna go check up ahead.
You find
Okay. Make
Inside-
them all stay on switches.
inside of this chest. You find I want to say, the equivalent of 200 gold pieces in a pouch.
Exactly useful for this situation, but hopefully we can. I suppose it will help pay for the medical bills once we're out of here. Crack the third chest. D-hundo.
D100? Yep.
69. Nice.
Nice.
You find your basic equipment in
Nice.
here, along
Nice.
with Mikomo's basic equipment as well.
Nice.
So mine and Mikumo's basic equipment. Nice. Ah, goodness.
There are 2 more chests.
Two more chests.
I'll take a look down
All right.
here.
Crack number 4. 93.
Inside this chest, you find a set of silvery of plate mail armor made out of this silvery material, and this fine
Ooh.
curved double-bladed scimitar looking thing that has a bit of a magic sheen to it.
So mithril question mark plate mail and magic question scimitar.
Double-bladed scimitar.
And chest number 5. Top 71.
You find Betty's gear, as well as a spell scroll that you cannot read. But on the front of it, you see that it depicts the wax seal of it depicts a person without an arm and then a person with an arm.
Okay. Arvin will kind of. He'll make a couple of trips, back and forth to, bring everything out to that center area. All right.
I'm sneaking
think-
forward.
You
think this should help.
You hear another cry of pain as you're doing this, and I'm going to reveal.
Where did Betty go? Ikuma?
Betty went with the man round corner. Just over that way.
Bloody,
And then points towards where they are on the map.
oh, bloody hell.
Do you make a more lock thing now you're done in room? Or
Another cry of pain from this door specifically.
That door specifically? Alright.
And it is clearly Gray's voice.
Yeah. Shit.
I would say leave it for now.
In fact, you're close enough, Betty. Why don't you go ahead and roll me a perception check?
Natural 20.
You hear the snapping of bones,
Fuck.
and it is a very
That's not
weak
how.
crying noise.
That's not how you pet kitties.
Fuck, we're running out of time.
also, can Arvin and Mikamo hear that, or is that just Betty who can hear it?
It's just Betty specifically who can hear like the cracking of bones, but but you three hear the cry of pain.
We
Betty's just
should.
close enough.
We need.
Yeah,
Did you find anything in room? Can we need help them?
Betty runs back. We're running out of time.
Put on as much stuff as you quickly can.
Ah, yes.
Unless you guys want to don your armor, you can equip your weapons in a shield. Otherwise, if you try and don your armor, I cannot guarantee Gray will live.
Yeah, I was gonna say, especially
Okay.
Arvin, because heavy armor is like what, like
Yeah,
10
that's
minutes.
like
10 minutes? Yeah.
Yep.
That's alright. Leather
Arvin's-
armor's just a +1. I'm not bothering with that.
Yeah, I mean,
Arvin's just gonna.
yeah, I'll just grab my normal stuff and then run back.
All right.
It's like Arvin will just he'll strap his long sword to his back.
I will
and
give you
pick up the
guys.
scimitar.
I will give you guys 1 full minute starting now to get into positions.
Yeah, I get right here, and then I look at the others like, okay, get ready. When he opens the door, fuck this motherfucker.
Arvin will strap the longsword to his back and pick up the scimitar. We can come back for the rest of this later. And also his like kite shield.
Mikamo has just grabbed their short bow and the arrows, maybe one of their daggers. Yes, yes. We go.
Okay.
He also like hangs his holy symbol back around his neck.
Okay, now seeing the others around the corner, I give the door a knock, and then an entirely different voice comes out of Betty, and it's just like with a low like cat purr, and then says, "I heard someone likes a little kitty cat."
Petty? You hear from inside,
Mhm.
and a loud pain as someone is tossed, and as this door opens up, you see this big guy, and he's just like, "Hey, wait, you're not a kitty!" And roll initiative. You guys will get a surprise round on him.
There we go. 14.
Guys, I was like, wait, why does my initiative say 0? Because I'm so used to playing Dex characters.
That's funny.
All right. So,
Like, I have played a rogue, a Dex bard, and a fucking Dex druid.
alrighty then. So, let me just get his initiative bonus. Laughable. And this guy's initiative bonus puts him at that. So, as this door opens up, Gustav holds out a hand and forms and just like points with their index finger, and their stub of a thumb is lifted up as well, but it doesn't. Oh man, I'm gonna need to roll for him. Oh no. You get the sense that he tried to do something, but it wasn't working, and nothing happens. Mikamo.
Chad, I'm not in the initiative order for some reason.
You're not? Okay, well then.
Yeah.
Add you in.
I definitely clicked on the thing, so that was weird.
Weird.
Yeah.
There you go. You're in now. Mikamo, your turn.
I'm just adding a quick macro to make life easier when rolling. You would see Mikamo draw back on a short bow. Goes, Mikamo will shoot true, and I'm going to use a bunch of things on my first attack for funsies.
Oh no.
Mikamo is going to draw back on the short bow. And those are attack. Oh, I'm an idiot. Those are attack modifiers. I want those. As Mikamo draws back on his short bow, he's going to use precision attack, and he's going to use sharpshooter to modify the damage.
Okay.
Oh, fuck him up, King.
Roll the hit.
Them's the hopes. I need to add the sharpshooter damage in case it actually does hit or not.
You can actually choose to use precision strike after you make the roll.
Oh, wonderful. I thought you had to choose to do it beforehand.
No, you choose to roll it after. You have to choose before the result is determined.
Ah, fair enough then. In that case, this is just sharpshooter to start with.
Yep, go for it.
Oh, nat one. You bitch.
Yep. That'd be a natural one. Sad to say. Also.
Damn.
Oh yeah, archery fights. Yeah, no, that is a
Right,
miss.
no.
Do you have a second shot?
I do not, no. I don't have
Alright,
extra
then.
attack.
You're a level 5 what character?
I'm a level 4 fighter, level 1 rogue.
Of course.
I wanted expertise in perception and stealth, so I started out at 1 level rogue. That's why I'm using a short bow and not a long bow.
Sounds about right.
Fair enough. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, Betty. What are you doing?
All right. I will move there. And I will point into the room. About like here, so it's like, only he's caught in it. And
Okay.
I will pull out the war gong, and he's like, "You took my baby's wings, I'll take your fucking life," and rings the war gong. And a tremor happens in that room about right here, so only he's caught in that 10-foot area. I am casting Earth Tremor at 2nd level.
All right. What does Earth Tremor do?
He needs to make a not a Constitution, Dexterity saving throw.
Oh no. His bet. Oh no. He got a 0.
Okay, sweet. He's knocked prone. And he takes 2d6 bludgeoning. So 7 bludgeoning damage. What's the ground? Is it loose earth or stone?
It's stone.
Okay, that is difficult terrain until cleared, with each 5-foot diameter portion requiring at least 1 minute to be cleared by hand.
All right then. We won't worry about that too much.
Yeah, and I will look at Arvin, our little knight, and she will just straight up say, "Get that motherfucker," and I will give him a bardic inspiration.
All right then.
And that's it for me.
All right then. This guy is going to take his turn to stand up. What are you doing? This ain't very nice of you. Why, you little gets you. I'ma get you, and I'ma eat you. It's Biggity Day. And he tries to boom baba boom over here, but that's his That's his movement to stand, then difficult terrain. He has to dash to get to here, so he wastes his turn. Arvin, what are you doing?
So, question for you, Shad.
Mhm.
Because I put it in, but I want to make sure, right? The double-bladed scimitar. It's the
It is 2d4 damage.
2d4. You
It is
can
a dex-based
bonus action
weapon.
1d4.
No, you
is it
only have that if
dex?
you have the Revenant Blade feat. Mm.
I say it's like because I was looking at it because it's a special, but then I'm looking at it on D&D Beyond.
It is a specialty weapon. You can technically use it because
Yeah.
it is a martial weapon. You can use it, but
Just
you're not
the
able
2d4.
to.
Got it.
Yeah. It is just the
Okay.
2d4 on your basic attacks. It is a finesse weapon, so you can choose to
Okay.
use strength for it instead.
Okay, and then you said it's magic. Is it +1?
It is a +2 weapon.
It's a +2.
Mm-hmm.
Hot diggity damn. Okay, let's change this. Blam, extra blam. Okay. Yeah, so then Arvin may as well go full offense without plate mail. So he's gonna shun and move up. And he's like, well, now let's test this thing out for size. And perhaps cut you down to it as well, while we're at it. And miss.
Yeah.
Second attack.
You do have Bardic
15.
Inspiration if you'd like to use that on the first one.
I do have Bardic Inspiration. I
Great.
would like to use that.
Cool, because it is, since it is an attack roll, it does a haha extra funny thing. So go ahead and roll that Bardic Inspiration, and he needs to make a con save.
Oh, a con
you said it was
save.
a-
Probably pass. He'll probably pass, but
You said yours
He
is
got
a D8?
he got a natural
That's a
1.
7.
wait, what did he get, Chad?
He got a natural 1.
Awesome. He takes 7
Oh,
thunder
Lord.
damage.
Ooh! He got
And
the
that turns
thunder.
that first one to a 17.
God damn you.
17 hits. You get to hit with both.
Nice. All right.
Oh, 10.
Ooh. 14.
It's 10.
And 10 because the 4 is
And then
the
extra
other side.
9
Still
is that
19
damage. 19 damage. Oh, that's an oof on this man right here.
And then let me see. Oh, hold on. Where's those not get put in?
Bite his ass.
No, Shad. Some of my spells didn't get put in.
Yeah, I couldn't find him on the thing, but you're trying to do compelled duel?
No, that's in. I was trying to find my smites.
Oh,
smite spells.
If you want to your smite spells, Wrathful Smite and Thunderous Smite, you have to use those as bonus action on turn before you make your attacks. However, you can however use Divine Smite on both of your attacks since you hit with them.
True, but I wanted to do the funny ones.
Fair
Let me
enough.
see. Divine
You'll
Smite.
definitely get another chance.
To expend 1. Deal radiant damage. Extra damage is 2d8. I'll hold off for now.
All right then. At the end of your turn, you hear a "Hey, stomping around a bit, man!" from down here as another giant appears.
Shit.
However, this giant is blocked by these two gates.
Oh, thank God.
It's also not their turn. Gustav is going to panic and go, and they're going to disappear and reappear with a little boop over here before they try their finger gun again. And this time they'll actually be able to shoot something off.
Huzzah!
Oh!
Did he crit? Did
Yeah,
he
he crit. He crit.
Yeah!
Beautiful.
Let's go.
Oh my god!
Did he max?
He did 26 damage.
Let's fucking go,
Nice.
Gustav.
You watch as he just kind of like just reappears in a puff of smoke, and he kind of like lifts his finger up, just like puts his other hand underneath it, like he's holding a hand crossbow or something, and he goes, and he makes like a pewing gesture, and you see this this flaming bolt appear in the middle of the air, and as it fires forward, it transitions into an electrical arc of lightning as it hits this dude's head, and you kind of like travels into his eyes, and he's like, "Roar!" And then the head just explodes.
Fuck yeah.
Dead. You're dead is no surprise.
Betty looks at the. Holy shit. She looks back to Gustav. Good shit, Gustav.
Is about all they get before Mikamo, your turn.
That one dead. Big, I'm assuming we've all noticed the one at this end by now.
Yeah, no. He did a big roar and made an entrance. He just has 2 gates blocking him.
Ah, fair enough. These gates have quite sizable gaps through them, yes?
Not sizable enough for you to squeeze through, but you can shoot through them, yes. He will have
that's what I was wanting to
he
check.
will have a cover bonus.
Be a sharpshooter though.
I do, which
yeah,
ignores
you do
the
have
bonuses.
Never mind then.
I was also asking because it gives me 320 feet of attack distance.
Yeah, no, you can hit him easily.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Hit that motherfucker.
Mikamo is going to step out from behind this pillar and go, Mikamo will distract me. I'll just shoot. And same as last time, I'm going to try and sharpshooter it again.
Go for it.
That is a 19. Is it
19
worth
will
having
hit.
precision attack? A 19 will hit? Awesome.
You can add another
In
maneuver if
that
you want.
case- Unfortunately, I have non-combative maneuvers.
Nah, fair enough. Yeah, but no, you hit.
Mikamo's a postman. He's not. He's not a very offensive boy.
I'm not a very
So that-
offensive boy. Does 19 damage in 1 hit.
It's wonderful.
I'm not very offensive, but die. Okay, then that'll
Your
leave him with
existence
that
is
much hit
offensive.
points. As you kind of like
Mikamo
pluck.
don't fight often, but
Yeah.
when he do, he fucking hurt.
Mikamo plucks an eye out of this guy, just like, "Oh, you major little chicken! I'ma eat you!"
Mikamo have seagull wings, not chicken wings. And it's just going to start readying the next shot.
All right, Betty, what are you doing?
I will hop, skip, and jump over this motherfucker's body. So I'll go right there.
You see,
what
Gray
is-
is on the bed. Her legs seem to be broken, and she's kind of like gasping and wheezing, just like, "Hey."
You didn't think I was gonna leave you behind, did you?
She coughs up a bit of blood. You know, for a minute there, I wouldn't blame you if you did.
Yes. Listen, you're well. Don't mind the pun, but you're a cool cat.
I will just,
Laughing hurts.
I will-
Laughing.
I'll give her a healing word.
Okay.
Just to help take the edge off.
Just so you know, your healing word's not going to fix her legs.
Right, that's fine, but at least it
Okay.
helps her.
Then
You
yeah.
know?
By all means, go ahead and roll to see how much hit points she gains back.
Very nice. So that's 4. I think that's 8.
8 hit points.
No, 9.
9 hit points. All right
9.
then. That is what is up.
Okay.
All right then. You heal her for 9.
Yeah, and she's like, okay, we got one more big guy to take care of, and then we're coming back for you. We're just hang tight.
All right then.
I'm gonna just dash back out here since that was a bonus action. Oh.
Okay then. With that, this guy is enraged and he is going to run, and you hear a BAM as he slams through this metal wall, and another BAM as he slams through this metal wall as well. Appearing on the other
Oh,
end.
goodness.
Ah, much closer, more scary. Run, run, run.
I thought he was gonna go around. Oh fuck!
However, that was his dash action as he moves the extra 20 feet to get right up here.
Well, fuck.
He has a big club that he's just he has like the club in his right hand, and is just like pap, pap, pap in his offhand. And he's grinning. We're gonna be eating good tonight since we don't need to share with old Grog over there. Just me and Joy are dead. Arvin, what are you doing?
The only thing you shall be dining on tonight is defeat.
Eh?
And
Sorry. What? He's just kind of like turning to look at you.
As Arvin like dashes around and like swings the double-sided scimitar around behind his back and like comes up and under this thing's jaw.
A
Maybe.
12 will hit with flanking.
Awesome, and then swing around the second hit.
That will also just hit with flanking.
All right,
I realize I kinda fucked up.
18.
All right. Let's see. Okay, there's that. Don't worry, I'm sure Gustav will bail you out with another crit.
Please.
Gustav is going to scamper over here and point down to this guy and go, yeah! I'm going to roll a thing for him. Okay, he manages to get it off. He hits. And another bolt of energy fires from his fingertips, and it transitions from fire to lightning as it cracks this dude in the head and leaves him pretty much on death's door as he's just like swaying back and forth, like just kind of like, you know, unable to move because he's jittering so much because of the electrical current just kind of like running through his body. Mikamo, what are you doing?
That's a very good question. Mikamo, not fight. Close. Mikamo, help Betty. And this is just in case this thing lives or not. Betty, would you like to bait and switch with Mikamo?
Sure.
You gain a D8 to your AC until Mikamo's next turn. Do you want to roll it or shall I?
You can roll it. I trust you.
Oh.
Well, 15 is decent enough, sort of. We'll see.
It works. And
It's
then
better than nothing.
they swap positions. Oh, I've vanished underneath Betty's token.
Oh, right here.
There we go. Thank you.
Yep.
And he will use his action to attempt to stab it with the dagger.
Go for it. Roll to hit.
Mikamo, not fight hard. In close. Takes a swing.
That hits. Roll damage.
Kid is
That is
kneecaps.
6 points of piercing.
How do you kill it?
Yeah!
You're kidding.
No, I'm not. That is Xaxes.
You hear, Mikamo, not fight close. As he pulls up the dagger with both hands, turns his head away and starts wildly swinging in front of him, and I'm assuming accidentally stabs down into the center of it.
All right, then. As you kind of like just wail, just like, and you're just like making a multitude of cuts. You eventually open your eyes again, and you turn around and you look, and it's like, oh, it's dead. As this giant's just like quivering on the ground, it's like.
He's still swinging the dagger. He's not the guy's not even stood in front of him anymore. He's just panicking.
Come on, you got him. You fucking got him.
Ah, I got him.
Look,
Hurry,
you
make him look
did it.
good.
You fucking got him. That's
Hey.
my boy.
That's my boy.
As Arvin will come over and kind of clap him on the back. Good show, lad. Perhaps when this is all
Yes.
said and done, we should invite you into the Knight's Order. I can put a word in for you.
Yes, Makimo definitely meant to do that. Very excited now.
Oh, sorry. As this guy just. And we are out of initiative as you guys hear this bellowing roar from within here. As this loud booming voice says, "You ought to challenge me, the legend, Giant Dad. Step into my abode if you so feel you can, whelps."
Close the door on the way out. That'd be great. Just,
Step in roughly
And you
15
hear
to 20 minutes.
and you hear a loud slam onto the ground as this gate here that was open just slams shut.
I guess that was the way. Alright,
Speaking
well,
of,
Well, if he's
speaking
going to
of-
give us time.
I mean, he's giving you time.
Can we take like a 10-minute?
Sure, you can take 10 minutes.
Because indeed, it'll take me exactly 10 minutes to put on my armor.
And I have a question, Betty. Would you like to look at that spell scroll?
I was just about to ask.
Yeah.
Um,
and Arvin,
You open it up and check it
is anyone
out.
here better with magic?
I'm proficient in magic myself.
Oh, also, very
Yeah.
very minor aside. Arvin, you hear from within the room.
Yes.
That blade and armor's looking good. That's mine.
I
I don't think it'll be
He'll
much
kind of-
use to me. My legs are broken.
yes, you don't overly mind if I borrow these
I mean, unless you have a way to
Yeah.
fix my legs. And Betty, you finished reading that scroll, right?
Yep.
That is a spell scroll regenerate.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I
1 hour duration. Any wound on your body is automatically fixed and restored after, I believe, a minute.
Mhm.
And it is a bard spell. However, you do not have a 7th level spell slot, so you will need to roll a spell ability check in order to cast it
Okay.
at a DC of 17.
Okay.
and the question becomes, who do you fix or try
Okay.
to fix?
Here's the thing. I look at Gustav, and then I kind of look at his hands, and she thinks to herself, and kind of gives a sigh, and then steps into the room where Gray is.
Well, there might be a way, but I think I can manage 2 solutions.
Yeah, what are those?
She wiggles the spell scroll.
This will buy you an hour. But
No, it won't buy her an hour. It'll just fix her legs.
Oh, gotcha.
It lasts a full hour.
What is it? It's like for 1 hour she'll regain 1 hit point every 6 seconds.
Oh, I got you. Okay, gotcha. So it'll take an hour for her legs to be fixed, or
No.
Oh, the
no, no.
duration.
Here.
Right. No, you
allow
got
me
it. I
allow me
understand.
to read to you the regenerate spell.
I understand now.
You
The
touch a
duration of the
creature.
spell itself is an
Yeah,
hour.
yeah. The cast time
I
is
got
1
it, I
minute.
got it.
The cast time is 1 minute. You touch a creature and
Mhm.
stimulate its natural healing abilities. The target regains 48 plus 15 hit points, and for the duration of the spell, the target regains 1 hit point at the start of each of its turns, 10 hit points each minute. The severed body members, fingers, legs, tails, and so on, if any, are restored after 2 minutes. If you have the severed body part and hold it to the stump, this spell instantaneously causes the limb to knit to the stump. So after 2 minutes, she'll be back on her feet again.
Gotcha.
Or
so
after 2 minutes, anyone who is unable to fly will be able to fly again.
Oh, that's right. And those who don't have thumbs will have thumbs again.
Yep. It is a one.
Oh,
It
Yeah,
is
that's what I
a
was saying. Like, you have a choice on who to
Oh
heal.
God.
yeah, and that's assuming you're able to
Her
make the
legs.
DC 17 spell ability
Mhm.
check. It's a tough decision,
fuck.
isn't it?
Betty looks at Gray, who definitely seems to be a capable warrior with the equipment that she had. But she looks at her boy. Oh man.
Okay.
Betty will go up to
Ask yourself
Mikamo.
this though: isn't getting out of
Uh-huh.
this place alive a bit more important?
It is more important.
Mhm.
I was saying Mikamo is currently pulling the arrow out of this thing's eye, sort of like waving it, trying to clean it.
There's a lot of goo on it.
Fuck.
She steps back.
Currently,
She's indecisive right then, but it's like,
Oh, I know what I have to fucking do.
those if it helps at all, Mikamo won't know what choice is being made here. Mikamo does not know magic
yeah,
in the
I
slightest.
say,
yeah.
Arvin will kind of like clap a hand on her shoulder. I presume you know how to use that?
Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit of effort, but yeah, I know how to use it.
Well, I'll do what I can to help. And Arvin will use guidance.
Very nice.
Oh,
Thank you.
oh.
Okay. Betty will look at Gray.
Okay. In 2 minutes, you'll getting out of here is a little more important. As much as I want to fix my boy, but I gotta fix you. You did us a favor. It's time we return it.
I mean, I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth, but if you can fix this shit, then God, I'm gonna join your group and we'll fight together.
Well, hopefully, you can look at something else other than the mouth.
And she will pull out the scroll, and then she will give herself an exhale as she will also grant. Oh no, I can't do it to myself.
You can't give yourself bardic inspiration.
I can't give myself bardic. Okay.
Isn't like a creation bard thing that says if someone uses an inspiration die, someone else gets to use one as well?
Here when the creature uses bardic inspiration die, the mode provides an additional effect. When the creature rolls the bardic inspiration die to add it to an ability check, the tree control again. Saving throw. Not really. Let me check.
No, I think it's I think you're thinking of Eloquence Bard has a thing
okay.
where where if someone
Yeah.
uses it, they can pass it to someone else.
Nice. Well, go for broke on this one. All right. Is there anything else I can do besides? No, I can't. Okay. Well, then I will attempt to use the spell scroll then. This isn't something I'm proficient with. No, it's a skill.
No, it is a
skill ability
it is a
check, right?
spell ability check. Yes. It is still an
Right.
ability check, so you can apply guidance to it. So, DC 17. Let's see it.
All right. Here is my charisma flat roll.
You can do it. We believe in you.
Oh, I don't need it.
Whoop!
You
All right.
Let me roll it anyway.
And
So
As
You-
the guidance just for the flex.
You
Yeah, no,
pull
it's not-
open the scroll and you begin to chant just a little and hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper. And after a
So
minute,
Metri on Zinthos.
put in all the weird fantasy chants from the teenage shows we watched. And as you finish casting the spell, the scroll flashes and then just burns away into this ethereal, golden, fiery light show that kind of lifts up off the pages and just shoo and lands onto Gray as it just kind of subsumes into her body. And she's like, ho, that's a rush. Okay, there's my legs. And you see her legs that were twisted and at these awkward angles, just and just kind of slurp back into place over the course of, I'm gonna say a minute because they were not severed fully, as her legs are restored to full working order once again, and
Just like my last family dinner.
and as she stands up, she just looks at her hands, and you see as she kind of flexes her fingers, the tips that were bandaged, you see claws pierce through them as she gets her claws back, and she's like, that was, and then she looks to you, and then she looks to Arvin, and then
Which
to...
Arvin is in the process of, the whole time, she's been healing, Arvin has been, taking her armor off, which it just takes a while.
He looks over, and she looks over to Mikamo, and she's just like, oh, you, thank you. I don't know.
Of course.
I don't know what those villagers did with the rest of my gear, but if I have it in my power, if we get out of this, if I have it in my power, I'm gonna make sure that you guys get fixed too. This is and you see her kind of tear up a little bit. This is big time. This is big time.
Well,
If it's any consolation, my wings didn't work before they removed them, so
and I can't fly anyway, so as long as I get my cigarettes, I'll be alright.
Woman after my own heart. I'll make sure you get your smokes, okay? Till then, my armor and weapon, please.
yeah. Which eventually Arvin gets the last of the armor off, hands it to her, and then starts putting on his normal plate mail.
She'll don her plate mail as well, and she'll pick up that revenant blade scimitar and kind of twirl it back and forth a little bit, feeling the weight in her hands again. She's just small smile on her face the whole time. This is good. This will do just fine. And she'll put a hand on your shoulder, Arvin, and just kind of pat you twice, just good work. I saw you working this.
Wait, actually,
it's good.
Actually, hold on. Oh wait, yes, I do have 15 strength. Okay, good.
As Gray leaves the room, you see Gustav kind of skitter up and just throw them into a big hug and just kind of squeeze them and say, Gray's fine. Gray's fine, Grace. And Grace just like, yeah, I'm fine, Gustav, I'm fine. And you see her hair kind of like standing on end from just like the sheer amount of static electricity just like flowing around through her armor and stuff, and she kind of like tries to detach Gustav, but he just like she pulls him away about a couple inches, and then he just like a magnet just tunk back to her armor again. And she's like, okay, I'm not getting you off. No, Gray, not leave. Gray, never leave. Gray, never leave. You never leave Gustav again. You are Gustav's friend, yes. Friend for Gustav, yes. And Gustav's kind of just like petting her head, and she's like, yeah, you too, buddy. Pat.
Gustav, I might be able to assist your situation.
And just kind of wiggles her thumbs a little bit.
It's temporary, and I don't know if it's going to work, but it is. I don't know why I'm Russian now, but...
Huh? You fix hands? You fix hands? Huh?
Maybe for about 3 hours. It's temporary, but it'll help us get out of here.
Oh, magic hands.
Something like that.
And she'll like, may I? And she just kind of motions to see his.
Oh yeah, no,
hands.
just puts his hands in
Yep.
yours, just like, hey, take him.
Okay. She takes his hands and starts kind of inspecting the shape of it, and every little twitch of his like thumb muscles of like still got that muscle memory of thumbs. She just thoroughly inspects his hands and she nods.
All right.
And she claps her hands and like blows into her hands. And I will use something called Performance of Creation.
Okay,
As
then.
an action, you can create one non-magical item of your choice in an unoccupied space within 10 feet of you. The maximum value of the item is 100 gold pieces, and it lasts for 3 hours. So I essentially want to make him prosthetic thumbs.
All right. Technically not one object, but I will allow it. You'll just cut the duration for both of them in half.
Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah, you
1.5
breathe some
hours.
prosthetic thumbs onto his hands, and he kind of like looks at them. He's like, oh, thumbs, yes. And like his stubs are wiggling the thumbs back and forth. They're not like fully opposable thumbs, but like
Mhm.
it's the thought that counts. And he's like, yes, I have
Yeah,
thumbs.
help him.
I can fight. And like they hold up their hands in like two finger crossbow motions, and they just start going pow 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 pow, and they just start shooting off these bolts of fire that just like splash against the wall, just like pow 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 pow.
Okay, oh, well, alright, wow.
As they kind of just start dancing around a little bit.
I just gave Craig to him. Okay, well, do we want
So
to
Arvin,
take 10 minutes or...
certainly a bit more energetic this time. Well, so let's see what I can do for us. And he'll kind of looks at Gray. Well, you and I are likely good with our armor, so let's see if we can't help these three a bit then, shall we?
You going in first?
Oh yeah, I guess I'll put.
Huh?
I guess I'll put my shit on now.
She said we going in first.
Well, in just but a moment, as Arvin is going to clutch the symbol around his neck of the great tree, and is going to cast aid on the three on everyone but himself and Gray.
All right then.
So congrats. For
Hit
8
points.
hours, you all have an additional 5 hit points.
You all
Nice.
have aid.
Oh my god, Arvin, my hero.
All right then. You guys see a
Gotta
long.
help the squishies.
You guys see a long,
What we sh-
lonely tunnel stretching down into the distance in the darkness. And you hear that same voice from before saying, "Will I be kept waiting all day, or am I going to pwn some fucking noobs?"
Mikamo does not like that. I
I don't like it either,
Me-
buddy. We gotta get to it.
This feels like a trap.
Oh, for sure, but I don't think we have much of a choice.
Say Arvin will look to Gray. Let's
She'll
keep
give a
these ones
nod.
behind us, yes?
Yeah, let's go.
As he'll pull out the longsword off of his back as well as his kite shield.
My heroes.
Make sure to stay close. And if at all possible, stay behind us.
Hey, Arvin. She'll reach out and she will touch your weapon. And it is a +1 magical weapon.
Nice.
As she casts a magic weapon on it.
Magic weapon?
Yep.
Oh, now that is quite handy. My thanks.
Yeah, one of the extra things I hid from those fuckers was, and she kind of like holds up her right hand and she indicates to this ring on it. Got a friend back
Clever.
home that stores spells in it.
Look, okay, good.
Now let's get going.
Oh, then. Shall we?
All right. So, the two of you make your way further and further down into the darkness. And give me just a second to move Gustav here. And now to reveal. And what you guys see before you as you enter this room is, as I move Wallfly over there as well, give me just a second. This, 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 this. Scoot that in a little bit. Alright. And that seems good. So, within the center of this room is what appears to be a giant statue. And you see a variety of these pools of thick red slush. Like, imagine someone put meat through a meat grinder. That is what is filling these right here. And it smells horrible. But there appears to be no one else in the room aside from this giant statue here in the middle. That looks like a heavily armored individual with their arms spread outwards in this T pose of sorts. A massive metal greatsword in their right hand. And this weird looking mask on their face that's like gold with like these hollowed out eyes and this perpetual frown of sorts on it. What would you guys like to do?
Arvin kind of scans the room. We should proceed with caution.
I'll say. Gray steps in. And steps in a bit further. You go over there. Step to the left a bit more. Alright. And as Gustav steps into the room over there, that is when the statue in the center of the room moves. And you hear a So, you think you can defeat Giant Dad? Well, you have another thing coming. For in your absence, while you were wandering my sordid halls, I was powering up the base cannon. He then pulls his sword out in front of him and puts a hand on the hilt of it and holds it down in front of him as he kind of like clutches his hands a bit more, and you see red flame catch along the end of it and just kind of like whoosh, as he kind of like lights it on fire for a brief moment before he says, "Fire!" Everyone, roll me initiative.
Sounds good.
As I change the music to something a bit more suitable.
Going to use ambush on my initiative and see if that boosts it a little bit.
Okay.
Let's see. Initiative go Burr. 11.
Oh, no, I can't raise my initiative.
You can change it.
Apparently not. Oh, there we go. I wonder why I was doing that.
Weird. Arvin, I believe Gustav has a higher initiative bonus than you do. Because yours is a +0. Give me a moment to find my song that I was going to play for this.
So, how is everybody else's characters feeling? Because Mikamo has gone pale and white-faced.
Yeah, this is definitely fucked up.
All right.
Arvin.
Mikamo just want to travel with letters.
So, someone please find some more bassy music for after this one's finished. So it's gonna be over 4 minutes. So Gray, with a charge, is going to go ha and charge 4 to make 2 attacks. Well, 3 attacks. She has her bonus action. Whap whap. I don't know why I rolled that 3 times on accident. First attack is miss, hit, hit.
This song.
So are we going for cringe gamer compilation or?
We are going for songs that won't get me copyright struck like this one will.
I was about to say,
Mikamo,
I'm like,
your go.
No money on this episode, boys.
As if I was gonna get any money anyway. By all means, go for it.
Right. Mikamo is going to move down here. I hope Betty doesn't bother hoping for a line of sight. Goes, Mikamo will push away. And I'm going to use Gust of Wind.
Ooh, okay. Alright then.
On the start of his turn, he has to make a DC 14 strength save or he gets pushed 30 feet in this direction.
This man looks at your gust of wind and he just T-poses in front of it like, well, what is it? What rings you got, bitches?
I'm sure this will be fine.
Gustav is going
Mikamo
to...
does not have ring.
Gustav's going to tip over here and No Arcana check needed. They're going to point a finger gun, and a bolt of lightning explodes from their fingertip. Dex save from your boy, which he passes. Surprising. So he takes... Holy shit! Oh, those D8s. I'm dumb. Okay, so... 4 of those are getting re-rolled. Okay. $33 damage, cut in half is 16. Alright then. As he fires off a bolt of lightning. And you see a bit of magic kind of like flow through the lightning bolt as it just kind of like reorients itself and seems to strike back in on him a bit more. Arvin, what are you doing?
Arvin is going to run up to here and take the other side. If it is a challenge that you want, then it is a challenge that you will get. And let's... So then, let's turn up the noise. Bonus action, Thunderous Smite.
Fuck yeah.
Alright, go for it.
Okay, well that's a miss. Attack 2. Well, fuck my life.
That is also a miss. I am sorry to say. Betty, what are you doing for your turn?
You mean the 1 and the 2 are a miss?
I know, right? If only you were a war cleric, you could have done guided strike on the second one and hit.
There we go. There's that. I'll move 50 feet over there. I will point at him.
If you're trying to do some hot lingo, trust me, you're not the hottest one in here.
And I will cast,
But you know what? Maybe you are.
and I'm gonna cast Heat Metal on him.
No! My pain! Stop it! Alright, fair
Gotta
enough.
love that spell.
Okay. I believe it is whenever he starts it, he rolls a con save where he drops it, but he can't drop his armor. So go ahead and just roll damage.
Okay. When I cast this spell, so he does straight up takes 2d8 fire damage.
Yeah. So
Right
yeah,
off the
go
bat.
ahead and roll damage. Also, do you want to cast it 3rd level? Does it have an upcast?
It does have an upcast.
Would you like to cast it at 3rd level?
I only have 2 slots. I mean, the passive damage is still the same though, right? Or is it?
I would
Does
think
it still
it's better.
continue to be? Using the spell, the damage increases 1d8 for each slot of a second.
Yeah,
It
the
doesn't
damage
specify
increases.
what damage.
Yeah, it just
So,
damage
yeah,
increases
I'll
straight
cast
up.
that 3rd.
All right, then
Yeah,
go ahead and roll another d8.
Because my 3rd level is not that good.
That
I
is
chose
18.
enemies abound because I thought we were gonna run into more people. So 18 total.
Okay.
And I will look at I will look at I'll look at Greg because she's closer. And I will
Keep fucking it up, girl.
and I'll give her a bardic inspiration.
All right then. With that, as it goes this guy's turn, he just says, "It's time to stop!" And he slams his sword into the ground, and the world ripples around him as everything stops.
The world, though.
And I'm gonna roll this. Okay. And you watch him just start to move. Almost as if he has this preternatural speed to him. He swings his weapon up, taps himself, and you watch as his skin hardens itself even more so than it was already. And then he taps the ground, and you see it shift and move as he shapes a big stone wall right here that is about 10 feet tall and almost covers him entirely. And then for his final trick, he's going to make a couple attacks. And the second he goes to swing his sword down, time seems to reassert itself as he makes 2 attacks on you, my boy. Nah, we'll go one on you, one on Gray. Also, music, anyone, please.
Oh yeah,
I put it in links, but I don't
Oh,
know.
okay, that's fine.
The game is...
I have something I can play if you don't mind
20.
copyright music.
Here,
I
I
do
found
mind
some...
copyright music.
Damn.
Here, is it M?
Oh my god, free instrumental trap music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the industrial bass. We will do that.
Oh, I see. Here, does that work? There we go.
Oh no.
What?
You don't want to do it in that channel.
Huh?
Motherfucker. You don't want to do it in that channel because then it will forever put the shit in that channel. You do it in the bot spam.
Oh, bot spam. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. It's fine. I got you. I got it.
Oh, that's where it is. Okay.
There we go.
I understand now.
Now we got it working. So, 2 attacks. First one is going to be on you, Mr. Arvin. Does a 24 hit?
Trying to hit me and hit me. Shit, a 24 does hit.
24 does hit. All right then. He is going to deal 23 points of slashing damage,
Jesus fucking Christ.
followed by an additional 9 fire on top of that, as flames lick across the blade and ignite you.
Okay, so 23 and then 9. Cool.
And then his second attack is going to miss Gray entirely.
And then let me see, because it was... because I need to roll the concentration. Yay. Alright, cool,
But-
so Thunderous Smite is gone.
It happens. So yes,
That's what happens when you miss
He-
twice in a row.
he kind of cocks his sword back and goes, "Whoa!" and just like swings with all of his weight, and just like a turn down on the other end, and then he just kind of like lifts it back and seems to swing and like rotate almost 180 degrees to come back and just clang back down near Gray as she kind of like deftly dodged out of the way. It is her turn. She's gonna make 3 attacks. Oh. 2 hits, 1 crit. And then she's going
Nice.
to perform an action surge and hit once more. So,
She does have Bardic if that action search stuff missed.
roll your Bardic.
Okay, he needs to make a con save.
Okay. Con save for him.
DC 16.
Nope. He fails.
Okay, so he takes 3 thunder damage.
3 thunder damage.
And 3 is added to the...
Sadly, the attack will still just miss, but he will take that thunder
Oh.
damage regardless.
Yeah.
So I do some quick maths. 40 damage.
Let's go. Woo. Awesome.
Okay. As she just waylays into him a bit more. Mikamo, what are you doing? Your shot is currently a little bit blocked as he is ducked behind that 10-foot wall.
That's perfectly fine. Can I ask, are we able to tell how thick the wall is?
The wall is about 5 foot thick.
About 5 foot. Okay, fair enough.
You saw it lifting up off of the ground when he did it.
Does it look like something that would support his weight if he were knocked into it?
No, it would not, because he's way too big.
No? Alright, in that case I know what Mikamo's going to do.
He also has massive plate mail armor on.
Fair. Mikamo is going to spend 30 foot of movement to move to here. Is then going to action dash, and is going to continue up to here.
Alright then. While you're
And
passing...
as a bonus action...
Alright, he's going to use a reaction to make
yeah.
an attack of opportunity on you as you leave his threatened square.
Ah, fair enough.
Does a 26 hit?
Without a doubt.
Alright then.
This is
that
where
is...
this is where Aid leaves me on 1 hit point.
That is 21 slashing damage. And then flames race up along the edge of it to give you another 9 fire damage on top of that.
Ow, Mikamo hurt, Mikamo hurt, Mikamo hurt. I'm severely harmed now.
Just a little.
As a bonus action, I'm going to redirect my winds so that I now push this way instead.
Alright then.
And effectively, I'm going to attempt to force him against his own wall.
Alright then.
And yeah, I think that's my action.
Alright. Gustav is going to skimper scamper over here. Aim, but then not fire. Arvin, your turn. You feel the crackling of ozone behind you. Or you feel the crackling of energy behind you, and the smell of ozone begins to fill the air. A action has been held. It is your turn.
Arvin is going to let's try it again. And Thunderous, bonus action Thunderous Smite. And just look up at the sky. I'm not done yet. You wanted the base. Let's bring the noise.
That is a 16. A 16 will hit with flanking. And it will just hit with flanking.
Alright. Alright, and then the other one is a 15.
It is going to just miss, sadly.
Okay, so
On the bright side,
one...
your Thunderous Smite does go off. Which
Yes,
I believe he needs to make
so
another save for,
I
right?
get the 1.
You gotta have a slap.
Yes. It also does an additional 9 thunder damage.
Thunder.
And I need... and I need him to make a strength saving throw.
And your DC is?
My DC is... should be 15, but let me just double check. I suppose... Yes, 15.
15? He fails.
Oh, excellent. So then he is shoved 10 feet away and knocked prone.
Alright then. 10 feet away he goes. Prone he be. Oh! The legend never dies, little man! Do you have anything else you'd like to add to that
Sometimes they
hit?
fall.
Because you can add Divine Smite on top of that, just saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you? Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Whenever you hit with an
Decide
attack.
after you hit.
That's true. It does not take action, Connie. It will take It will leave me with one spell slot, but well, one level 1 spell slot. But
I mean, just putting it out there, you're almost dead after one hit.
Yeah, there is also that. So yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I'll slap on a divine smite for another 2d8.
Go for it.
Add another 7.
25 in total. All right then.
Right?
And as he
And then
lands back here, skidding off the ground, armor scraping, his sword clanging on the ground a bit, he's been brought low.
1, 2,
All right.
3, 4.
And as you move out of the
5,
way,
I'm gonna
as you move to about here, you see Gustav pull the trigger and fire another massive discharge of electricity. Dex save, which he makes.
Yes. He has disadvantage because he's prone.
He does not have disadvantage on dexterity saves because he's prone.
Really?
Nope, he does not. Gustav is going to re-roll 4 of those. All right. 29 damage, cut in half is 14. Alright, as he lands on the ground and skids, this bolt of lightning discharges and cracks into his armor. He manages to roll and deflect most of it off the shield on his back. That seems to give him this light green, grassy aura to him. As he just spits out a bit of blood from within his mask and just kind of wobbles a bit. The legend never dies. The legend never dies! Betty, your turn.
She will.
Let's roll some con saves for a couple things. And also, you watch as his stony armor seems to fall away as his concentration is broken.
Sweet.
By your attack, Mr. Arvin.
Originate. Okay. Yeah, I need to be like. Okay. I'm trying to think on how to approach this. Okay. No, I don't want to get that close. Okay, well, bonus action, I'm gonna pump that damage again. That fire damage. So he takes 16 fire damage.
Ooh!
Um,
You hear the Roblox oof sound from within his armor. Oof!
and she will here.
No, even better, even
And
better. You hear the sound the fish makes when it eats the carrots. Just the oh.
And she will. Well, it looks like you are dying, so you must not be a legend. Vicious mockery. Wisdom saving throw.
He makes it.
Of course. Yeah, that's it. I used my bonus action. That's my action.
Alright. On his turn. Doom. Daba doom. He stands up. You. Tome. Think. Tome. You can mock the legend?
You're very easily mockable.
20 to hit.
Yeah. Also, Gray gets an opportunity.
No, he does. No, she doesn't.
What?
Oh, yeah, no, she. Oh no, she does. Sorry.
I was about to say.
And she misses. No. All right. So
Damage.
20 slashing damage,
Owies.
followed by 5 fire.
Okay. Let's do that here.
And as he just kind of like slams into you, he takes another step forward. And you, rat, will perish as well! That's a hit on Gustav. 24 slashing. 6 piercing. Gustav,
Jeez.
as that sword comes down, you see him in a small crater Yamcha posing right now.
Oh.
He is unconscious.
Ah, damn it.
Ugh! There's no one that can stop me! As
pick on the little guy, you bitch.
as he twirls his weapon around and goes for a third swing
Fuck.
on you.
Sounds about right.
That's gonna hit.
Yeah.
19 slashing damage
I'm out.
with an additional 8 fire damage.
Yeah, I'm out.
As he slams his weapon into you and tong, out like a light you go.
Yep, and that breaks.
Turn this token off to the side. And as his metal armor cools from the back line, climbing up this wall here, jumping over and onto him. 3 attacks. Only 1 hit. For a grand total of 9 damage. He's haggard. He's wavering. He looks like he's about to break, but he's not yet broken. Mikomo, what do you do?
Mikomo is going to. Could I see past him to see that Betty's been knocked down, or?
Oh yeah, no, you can see through his legs.
No, Betty. He's going to rush up here. He's going to try and think what Betty would say in this moment, and goes, "Giant man, you have stupid face," and is then going to start shooting his bow.
Okay, go for it. Roll the hit.
I will also say I will be adding sharpshooter to this.
Obviously.
And can I check? Is Grizz within 5 feet? That counts, right?
Yeah.
Wonderful. In that case, that is attempt to shoot. So that is going to be an 11.
And 11 is
isn't
going to
hit.
miss. No.
I will burn my action surge, and I will attempt another shot. And that's a nat 20.
Let's go.
Nice.
How do you want to kill the legend that never dies, Giant Dad?
Yeah.
Mikomo is going to pull back the drawstring and go, "You have stupid face. It's very shootable." And
Your
just
first
fire.
arrow plinks off the back of his armored helmet as he turns and looks at you. And then your second shot goes off.
Wonderful. And then plus 10 as well for sharpshooter.
So 22 damage.
Wee wee.
And as your second arrow kind of like flies into the little into like the little eye hole, it goes into his head, and you see him kind of like stumble a bit and just go, "No, legend knows I." And he begins to wobble back and forth. Hey Betty, give me a high or low.
Hi.
High.
Oh, don't tell me I killed Betty.
If I have to die, I die.
Timber.
I live my life.
This man slams
son of a
into
bitch.
you, Betty. That is 1 death saving throw failure. It then goes to Gustav's turn. As I put a little red X on this guy. And Gustav is
Could
going to roll
I-
a death save. Oh!
Could I have used my bonus action to manipulate that? Because I still have my gust of wind. I could try and blast him in a different direction.
Sadly not.
No, fair enough.
If you would have thought to apply that before he fell, then yes, sure. But sadly no.
To be fair, he still would have fallen on Gustav.
So that is him. He has fallen and he can't get up. Arvin, what are you doing?
Say so. Betty's at 1 fail and he's at what?
Probably
I can't say.
I go before him.
Yeah, I was saying, like at most he's at 2 if he rolled a 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just to be here next to both of them. And Arvin will well, you're at 0, so let's just go ahead and lay on hands.
For how many hit points?
My pool is 25, so let's just, I guess, slap. I mean, I guess for now, just slap 5 to get you up.
Cool.
All right then. 5 hit points. Betty, with a little, you awaken, and you have a giant arm just like T-pose pinning you to the ground, with this large sword, great sword just kind of like resting off to the side, just like pattering a little bit.
This is the worst I've ever been pinned by someone. Oh god. Thank you, dear.
Betty, what are you doing for your
No
turn?
trouble at all.
She will look over at Gustav and she will.
I'm not losing another boy.
And she will. I think I used. I still have it. I will use my last 3rd level slot to do a healing word.
All right then.
On the boy.
With a healing word, you do bring the boy back. How many HPs does he have?
10.
10. Cool.
A terrible roll.
I will say very, very, very minor aside. He was at 2 fails.
Yeah.
And with that, initiative is over.
We lived. For now.
The giant dad is dead, along with his 2 subordinates.
Live, bitch.
We lived, bitch.
So, what are the 3 of you wanting to do?
Get this man's arm off me.
Mikamo, sorry.
Gray
Wiggle,
climbs over the side and helps you pull them off. You kind of like feel him depress. You feel his arm depress on you a little bit, just like a little as she's crawling over him to get to the other side, and like her and Gustav both help like pull him off of you.
Thank you, darlings.
Come on. Let's get you up.
I'm
There we go.
Betty, Mikamo is sorry. Mikamo did not mean to.
Yo, maybe she just gives him a big hug. Oh, Mikamo, you do no wrong.
Mikamo is sorry.
Oh, my wonderful boy, I'm just glad you're okay.
Yes, Mikamo
Is
is.
everyone
good.
okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. The guy didn't touch me. Gustav's like, Gustav fine. Gustav not dying. Gustav fell down. Gustav back up now, though. At which point,
Good to have you, Gustav.
At which point you see Gustav just like pointing finger guns at this guy as they just start unloading a bunch of spells into this man's carcass.
Yeah, just let him have his fun.
It's like bang, 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 bang. He is burning this way. He's burning this body away inch by inch.
Yeah, we'll let him have his fun.
It's like, fuck it. Arvin
I
will
can't
help
body
him.
once.
Then Gray
Arvin will
turns
help
to
him.
you guys. Gray turns
Why?
to you guys.
Just continuous sacred flames.
Gray turns to you guys and just kind of says, "Okay, so giants are dead. You guys want to take on that village?"
Not right now. But
I
yeah,
I
they're
know
on
not
my
right
shit
now,
list.
but do you want to take it on?
Yeah.
Those guys tried to sacrifice us and left us to die.
But they said they needed help with festival. This was us helping. No, or did they?
Oh.
No.
Mikomo-dog.
No, Mikamo, they were trying to sacrifice us to these giants. That was our help
Oh.
for the festival, she says with quotation marks.
They were. They were
Presumably
nice to us,
their
no?
little.
They were
Presumably
only
their
nice.
deal
They were only nice because they wanted us
Was-
dead.
Presumably
Oh,
their little deal was with these giants that if they bring sacrifices, I mean, I would assume that the giants don't eat them instead.
Probably.
They were looking out for their own. Murdering them will not bring them recompense or justice.
Ugh.
I take this dude's mask.
It is way too big for you.
Oh, it's still that big. Okay.
Th-
Fuck,
this-
is there
this,
anything off of his body I could fucking take off of him?
You
Take his-
can
take
like
finger gauntlet.
he is in full plate mail. He's in like giant's armor. And that
Feel-
big
His
That-
base cannon.
yeah. I will say, as he did collapse to the ground, a few things happened. So, first of all, whenever Gustav finally severs his head with, fire, the head rolls off to the side, and you hear a loud, just like squelching and mulching sound as the mask like seems to shrink in on itself and pulps the head inside of it, just spraying out gore and viscera from the eyes and the mouth and the neck area as it shrinks down to like a
That-
medium
that
humanoid
is
size.
Unsettling.
The sword you see as it continues to clang on the ground for a couple more seconds eventually shrinks to be the size of a normal greatsword. And the final thing is you notice that one of his fingers is sliced in twain, as lying between where his finger was severed from his body is a small ring.
See, yeah, Arvin will step forward and pick up the sword and give it a few test swings.
That is a flame tongue greatsword.
What's this ring?
Now
This ring? It is
This I like.
it is an attunement ring. Can't really tell you what it does yet. Oh, also a very minor side. The shield on his back also shrank to normal proportions. But getting to the shield on his back is going to be quite the task.
Yeah. I can't use shield, so. I'm nervous about getting anything off of this man's corpse because he's a very troubled individual, and I don't know if I want to have anything that he touched.
Okay then.
Well, I don't particularly need another sword. Or another shield, rather. But this I do like.
This I like.
You know what? I'll fucking I'll put on the ring. Why not? It's
This one sparks joy.
You put on the wing? You put on the wing? Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
I swear to God, if I become cringe, just kill me.
if I become cringe, just kill me.
Mikamo will not kill Betty, even if cringe.
I love you.
All right then.
That's based as hell.
Well, that ring there. It's not an attunement item. Wow, why is it not an attunement
Not.
item? Okay. That ring, whenever you put it on, you get the feeling that there is great power in this ring. And that with it, you could grant the wish of any 3 people.
Shit.
It is a ring of 3 wishes.
Holy
Oh, shit.
I'm sorry, that's not attunement?
Yep, not attunement.
Well, it's not
I mean,
like
I
it's
guess
not
'cause-
something that you use and get rid of. Like, there ain't no
Yeah,
going
I
back
guess.
when you use them.
Holy shit. This guy was packing some serious heat.
So what I will say is,
I mean,
if you would like,
yes, his sword is literally fire.
I will say, if you would like, you may wish a regenerate spell upon any of your companions,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
as
Can
the
I
wish
just
spell lets you replicate any spell of 8th level or lower.
right? Can I? How many wishes are on this? Is
3.
it 3?
3.
Well, I could use 2 of them right now. You know what?
And Betty will look at Gustav.
You know, Gustav, I think you earned some little love. So I wish you will have your thumbs back.
You watch the prosthetic thumbs fuse into his hands as they grow fur and become more lifelike as he's able to flex them fully. Gustav has thumbs! Gustav has thumbs! Yeah!
But you are my son now.
I am son now! Yes! Hug.
Hug.
Both
And of
physically
course
done
again.
and physically said. Hug. Grab.
Yeah.
Well, now I have to. I have to.
Fix your other son.
Yes, my other son, my boy, my my.
Fuck.
But wait, no, but there's 2 wish and 3 people. You and Alvin can fix, yes?
I don't need to be fixed, my son.
But your wings.
My boy, I'm a kenku. I can't fly anyway.
Oh,
I'm like a penguin. I'm fucking useless.
And she just kind of flaps.
Although, with that ring, you could fly.
I could.
Just putting it out there.
A thought I will ponder, but I have to fix you first. I wish I may. I wish I might to give you some brand new fucking wings.
All right, Mikamo, describe your new wings.
That's a very good question. I think this is more of a what would Betty make the wings into? Because before they had a pair of seagull wings on their back.
Yeah. Betty knows that you like to go fast and deliver your messages and all that, so I think she would keep that in mind as I think honestly, it's just like a regeneration where it repairs everything. Because
You want her to
you
go
were perfect just
fast.
the way as you were.
Then you know what? Your wings are replaced with falcon wings, and your fly speed is 60.
Yeah.
Oh shit! All right, awesome.
As your
thank
wings
you.
grow
Wings.
back, and you feel both lighter and far faster than before.
Mikamo is beaming. He is the happiest boy right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ah, Mikamo wings. And you see him stretch out his wings as he says that. Feel really nice. Ah, this is great. I can fly again. Yes, yes, yes.
This room is cavernous. You could probably take him for a test spin.
In that case, that would probably be what Mikamo does, is he takes like a little flight around the room.
Oh.
Just a quick little nip around.
That is a good pair of wings.
Good pair of wings on a very good boy.
And now there's only 2 people and 1 wish. What do you want to do, Betty?
I look at
Indubitably.
Arvin, and
Well, how about you? You want a pair? I know yours haven't worked in a long time, and I'm sure that you've gotten quite used to it, but we could right
Not
that
if you-
wrong.
Sure, if I would have gestures to his head. Although, suppose I could do a lot of good with them. Although that is a very powerful spell that could do a lot of good for others. Maybe keep one in reserves.
Of course. I was, with that speech, that was really touching and sweet, so I'm definitely not going to use it to kill Dave, but you know what, Matt? I will just hold on to it.
I wish
I
Dave
wish
was
that
fucking
rat
dead.
bastard Dave.
I wish Dave breathed his last.
No, you know what she's like. So I'm gonna wait. Like, just offhandedly as we're walking out, she's like, I really wish I had some smokes right now. Shit.
I have a question. Do you do that? You can roll for it.
I have to roll for it. Okay, what would this be? This would be wisdom, right? A wisdom
Yes.
check. So as we're like kind of proceeding, like,
Fuck, I could really go for some smokes. I kind of wish I had like a cartridge of infinite smokes. That would be really cool.
And then, with a whoosh and a fitch and a, your ring
fuck.
breaks, and in its place is a pack of cigarettes. And as you open the pack, you discover it's not just cigarettes, it is one of every single kind of smoke that you love. And as you pull one out, just a little, there's another one right in its place.
Oh my god.
It's Betty's Christmas.
I fucked up, but I'm really happy that I did. You know how much gold I save now?
and from the sidelines, you see a large gray paw reach out, pluck a cigar that is replaced immediately, and as Gray just snaps a spark in her hands and just lights it up like, good shit right there. are.
Yeah, she lights up her own.
Good shit. And that is where I leave you guys off as you proceed down the corridor, down these stairs that are no longer impeded, and out the cave tunnel. And hold on, let me track this movement a bit. As you guys head out the door,
Not
down the
quite what
stairwells.
I meant by doing good for others, but yeah, what's done is done.
Yeah, that's why I said I fucked up.
But with that, that was the end of the Thanksgiving one-off. So, did you guys have fun? Did you enjoy yourselves?
Yes, that was
Very
so
much
fun.
so. That was
Yes.
fantastic.
I do want to do one last thing with as they go off, because I had told you I wanted it.
Oh, by all means, go ahead.
As they step out of the cave, everyone will be like, well then, I say we get out of here as quickly as possible. And he's going to burn his final second level spell for Find Steed.
Nice.
And just for
And
shits and giggles, Shad.
Yeah?
Because he doesn't have his wings, can his steed be a griffin?
you know
And he's a
what?
griffin fighter.
You know what? Fuck it. Sure. You summon forth this large bird-like griffin with these angelic wings, and as it manifests before you, you see that it has a strange helmet on. And as it turns to you, you see that same golden mask from before, as your griffin says, "The legend never dies. Get upon my back, and we shall ride into the forever sunset." Ha 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 ha! And
please.
freeze frame on your shocked expressions as you're like, "Oh my god, what the fuck?" And maybe a couple people drawing their weapons to attack, and that's the end of the session.
So great, you doing anything later?
You know what? Roll a persuasion. You have
Yeah.
advantage. I will give you
The
that.
bard, what the bard want.
Persuasion.
I'll give you guidance.
25.
Well, what's the guidance?
She turns to
D4.
you. She turns to you.
29.
All right. She turns. So you look at her and you're like, hey, Gray, what you doing later? She turns to you. She gives you a wink. You hopefully.
Oh, let's go.
All right.
Suck it, Dave.
Do I ruin this?
Bitches than you.
Do I ruin this moment? Betty, what does doing someone mean?
I'll tell you when you're older.
I'll tell you when you're older. Great. But with that, you guys say bye to everyone. Say bye to the stream. Our
Good
two
job.
followers.
Goodbye.
Goodbye,
Bye. Bye, everyone. We're
I hope you guys
leaving.
enjoyed this.
For real,
I
it's
hope
really
you
bad
enjoyed
for you.
this nonsense.
And we will
This
see
tomfoolery.
everyone here next week for Reigns of Vitrium to see what's going on there. Woo!
They won't see me.
Spoiler, it's more trauma for Agathar.
Yeah.
Oh boy, it's always more trauma for Agathar.
Yeah.
Why is this so loud? Let's adjust that. And you guys have a wonderful day, wonderful